But Susan Bro says that James Fields Jr. entering a guilty plea in federal court is a relief for victims and their families. Within the last 15 minutes, we have learned that 6 deputies and 3 nurses were taken to the hospital tonight from the Chesterfield County Jail. I want you to take a look at the active scene. The woman tells us that man held a kitchen knife to her throat. She showed us the cuts on her arm, even her face. But one man was recording when the car plowed into the group of counter-protesters. We start this afternoon with breaking news out of Richmond, where an investigation is underway after a female pit bull was found strangled to death in a den. I want to show you by my feet right now. You can see the debris here, and if you look up, it just appears that the roof of this building is completely gone. I've got my fan. I'm enjoying myself in my lawn chair out here at Maymont. The sun is shining, and just a few minutes ago, we heard, as I believe Maze was doing a sound check. I want to show you this stage here. This is incredible. I want to introduce you to Laura, who is here from England shopping with family on Black Friday. Laura, so I know you just walked into the store. What are you thinking so far about this?
Well, it's not as crazy as I thought it was going to.
Court documents show that Derek Walton is now accused of 2 shootings involving children. Attorney General Mark Herring breaks his silence with his first public appearance since admitting to wearing blackface during a college party in 1980. Her 24-year-old son remains in the hospital and is only able to speak to her in whispers. She is accusing them of beating her and even recording some of it on a cell phone. We tried to talk to the Hardenbergs after their court appearance today, and they said they can't comment on this situation right now. But let's walk around here, and I want to show you another view of this. You can see the tree on the front of the home.
Our streets! Our streets!
A roar of reclamation filling the streets of Charlottesville.
What do we do? Stand up, fight back!
James Fields tried to stop us. He will never stop us.
Gene Peterson and Marcus Martin are survivors. Martin and Heather Heyer were friends. This terrifying moment for Martin and so many others, nearly unforgettable.
Whose streets? Our streets! Whose streets? Our streets!
But as they keep moving forward, it's easier to see a new day.
I feel a lot lighter.
Yeah, we feel weights lifted off of our chest.
Huge weights.
You can just breathe from it all.
Knowing a jury found James Fields Jr. responsible for killing Heather Heyer and altering dozens of lives after plowing into counter-protesters on August 12, 2017.
You just look at him and like, wow, like, you really did this stuff? It's heartless. And after hearing the phone calls, said, so they're the enemy. So you got your verdict.
A 2-week trial and 7 hours of deliberations ended with jurors finding Fields guilty of first-degree murder of Heyer, 5 counts of aggravated malicious wounding, 3 counts of malicious wounding, and leaving the scene of an accident. Loved ones embracing Susan Bro, Heyer's mother.
This is not over. This is not over. This is just a start to let people know, don't think that you can come here and do this type of stuff and get away with it, because we're not having it.
That message heard clear as the community marched for each other and the woman who believed in standing against hate.
We will fight in Heather's memory till the day we die. He tried to break us. We are unbreakable. Our bodies are healing and our souls are stronger than ever.
Justice is served today.
Do you know how to sit?
Consider it their love language.
Hey.
Maybe they were surrendered or rescued.
Tally ho, you're going home today!
But Christy Chips Peters says some stories just bring you to your knees.
She was in her front yard in the bushes, just laying there overnight. She'd been there all night. She was frozen. This one really is one of the worst I have ever seen, where the dog is still alive.
It's okay.
She's talking about this sweet girl, now warm, trying to build up her strength.
When we found her, we just ran her straight to the emergency vet clinic, where they uncovered multiple bites, multiple holes.
What happened to Kinsey Ray is cruel and still a mystery. Tuesday, a Good Samaritan found the 2-year-old pit mix helpless on North 33rd Street. Would you consider it a miracle she survived this long?
Yeah, I would think so.
She's frail and meek, each step carefully taken, but this Ray's resilience shines through those wounds.
It's the end of suffering for that animal. And it's the beginning of the love that they find at Richmond Animal Care and Control.
Chips Peters says this year has been rough.
Just a different level of aggression, sadly, that the animals fall victim to.
But more people are facing the consequences for their cruelty. The number of neglect and abuse convictions doubling in the city.
People need to be an advocate.
It's safe to say that's how Kinsey Ray made it to the safety of the arms of dedicated rescuers.
She's so sweet.
Jasmine Turner.
And deserves a chance to live.
NBC 12 News.
He was my best friend. We liked being together so much that we bought this chair with 2 rockers and recliners just so we could sit next to each other all the time.
Thinking about certain moments, looking at certain photos, gives Gina Bishop a reason to smile.
Angel wings mean a lot to me lately. I've got them everywhere.
The love of her life, now her guardian angel.
That's why I don't mind talking about my Ronnie.
Bishop's husband of 16 years, Ronnie, was taken by a storm.
It was horrible. I hope no one ever has to go through that.
September 17, 2018.
I heard the newsman say that Speaks Drive building collapsed, 1 fatality and 1 trapped. Ronnie didn't answer his phone.
On a hot, humid day, darkness covering parts of Chesterfield County, phones and television sounding off as tornadoes touched down.
When I heard the alerts going off on my phone, those alerts mean something. Pay attention.
Bishop remembers the panic trying to get to Ronnie, who worked at the Old Dominion Flooring Company warehouse off Hull Street.
I'm looking for Ronnie, just trying to find his face in all that crowd, and I couldn't find it. So I looked directly at the owner, and her face told me everything I needed to know. Once I found out it was him, I was gone.
Unable to withstand the force of an EF2 tornado, the building collapsed. But in what might possibly have been his last earthly act, Ronnie put someone else before himself, a young man named Stephen.
He said he pushed me towards the door. The people in the hallway, they grabbed him and brought him in, and then they asked for Ronnie, and he said Ronnie was right behind me. He was always there for people. That's the God's honest truth.
It's been 6 months. A wall of reminders help Bishop take on each day as it comes, with Ronnie always on her mind.
He was a hero, so I'm happy about that.
On your side in Chesterfield.
I don't want to forget him, so I'm not going to forget him.
Jasmine Turner, NBC 12.
Hey, lady, how you doing?
It's a job done without any hesitation.
I'll be working from like 9 to like 6 in the evening. You know, just constantly ringing the bell.
Glenn Huggins' service to the community can be heard.
It's an enjoyment. Thank you, little man. Appreciate it. Bless you.
For 7 years, he has worked for the Salvation Army's Red Kettle campaign as they raise money to live out their mission, doing the most good. Each ring a reminder of what Huggins is paying forward.
I was homeless about 10 years ago, and Salvation Army took me in for a couple of weeks. And after that, I started ringing the bells for him.
He's standing in front of one of almost 90 locations that will roll out by Black Friday. But as each day gets closer,
we need more volunteers.
Right now, they don't have enough volunteers to man all of their red kettles, spreading cheer and continuing a 120-year-old tradition.
Very easy. Just stand out here, smile, ring the bell. You enjoy it.
Huggins says giving it a try will prove how easy and worthwhile the sacrifice of time really is.
You got it? Give me a fist bump.
A sacrifice that's helped him
Want to ring the bell?
fulfill a promise.
They help me, I'm going to help them. See you later.